Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Stu and this is Wishful Woods for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic, a park that uses the wood of this forest to only build old-fashioned rides. Up to you to expand it. Your objective to have at least 1,450 guests in your park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 600. So this is park number 9 in the Mayan SOS scenario pack. Free admission, so we're going to be charging for the rides, and we've got 2 huge reverser rides. Wow, don't think I've seen reverser rides this big before. Wow, fair play. That's some impressive stats on the pre-builts. So we've got 2 very impressive reverser coasters. Then we've got a carousel, a helicopter ride, and a Ferris wheel and a spiral slide. We'll be keeping those. So we've got free admission, we know that. We've got transport ride, a train, some gentle rides. Not a great selection of coasters, but it does say they want the older wooden type ones. Not a great selection of thrill rides, some water rides, and a poor selection of shops. So let's put all my research into shops then, and I think, as we've been doing for a lot of these scenarios, we're gonna spend the first few months, maybe the first year, tidying up the pathing, adding pathing loops, making sure that I've got plenty of room to expand, putting down more shops, optimizing the pathing. So let's have a look. So I'm gonna, it's little things like making a separate queue line and path for the exit, bringing them back to the main path, adding shops and things like that in as well, and pathing loops. So there's a load of space up here, but at the moment it's not accessible. So and the same here, so just adding pathing loops, so a path coming down around the back of these rides, and the same this side as well. And that way then all the space on the outside, we're able to build rides in. So if we do that in year 1, then we've got, because we've got down, we've got, what have we got, 2 coasters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it, gentle rides, 4 or 5 gentle rides. So that's worth a good few hundred guests. So we'll let the guests come in based on the rides we've already got, whilst building paths in order to expand in the future. And that should mean that come the 2nd and 3rd year, all we're doing is putting down rides. We're not having to worry about pathing and things like that. So I'm going to start building. I'll see you soon. October year 1, 1,000 guests in the park. I've rejigged the queue lines for the coasters. I've added the one that was going underground. I've added that underneath the station to get a bit of a boost on this coaster, because whilst the stats are very good on both of them, this one, the one on the left, it wasn't as busy as the one on the right was, because the one on the right's more exciting. So that meant, because I've got them set to synchronize, the throughput was a little lower than what it should have been. So I've added a load of shops, got pathing loops as well. That way then we've got plenty of space to build all around the outside. Loads of kiosks and toilets. Speaking of toilets, we've got Best Park Toilets Award. So that'll give us a little boost in the number of guests coming into the park. Bumper boats just there. So I've been tinkering with some of the paths as well. We've got a truck ride just down here, car ride, load of shops again around there. So all this ride, this area of the park is now accessible thanks to the pathing loops, because we've spent a year playing about with shops and paths and things like that. So now we can just spend the next 2 years just building rides. So we've done the boring hard work, done all that. So now we can concentrate on the fun stuff, building the cool rides. Let's have a look. So I've researched as many shops as I want. I'm going to put my research into thrill rides now, see what comes up. And I'm just going to crack on, just build as many things as I can, and just have some fun. May year 2, guests are complaining about the vandalism in the park, but that's the least of our worries at the moment. So the rating, that's tanked a bit, but also the guests in the park, that's plateaued. So what that tells me is that we've got harder guest generation enabled in the park. So it doesn't matter what I build. And I've got, let's see, what have we added? We've got a go-kart, good stats. We've got a circus. We've got a chairlift connecting one side of the park to another. Doesn't matter because the number of guests in the park won't go up now unless we start adding roller coasters with greater than 6 excitement and longer than 600 meters, which is around 2,000 feet. So I've added a wild mouse just here, but because it's only 1,200 feet, it's not going to give us the benefit. So the first thing I need to do is fix the vandalism. So if we hide scenery, hide rides, and then hide people, so we can see things a lot easier. So then go into this menu here, select on a bench, click on the wrench or the spanner, and then it glows red, all the things that are vandalized. So we can either go around and double click on everything to repair it, or one thing we could do is we could just go into the pathing menu and we could just put down, can't see it now because it disappeared. So where these bins are, say for example, we could just swap that out there. That way then, if it's not there, it can't get vandalized. So we'll go around the whole park, fixing that, hire some extra handymen, security guards, that sort of thing. And then we can start working on longer roller coasters. So I'm going to switch my research now, got it on roller coasters, so we can start building some bigger and better rides, and then the guest numbers should start going up. October year 2, guest numbers starting to go up after building this nice wooden coaster. So it's way over the 2,000 feet target that I wanted. Excitement's fine. So we definitely know that harder guest generation is enabled on this park, because without the long roller coasters, it stalled. And we still had the 2 that were in the park to begin with, but we'd reached the guest limit and they wouldn't give us any more. So now we've built the roller coasters, the long ones, it's starting to give us more guests. So all I need to do now is build a few more of these and we should have the guest number wrapped up fairly soon. So I'm going to carry on building. I'll see you soon. October year 3, just under 600 guests in the park. We need 1,450, so we're going to beat it quite easily. We've got Wishing Wheels, Virginia Reel, 7 excitement, 2,300 feet. So that's good enough to satisfy the harder guest generation. And we've got Wish Mine Train Coaster, excitement, great excitement, ride length is fine. So the guest numbers have been going up nicely. It's starting to hit the plateau again, so it won't increase now unless I start building some more coasters. It might go up a little bit if we win some awards, but it won't be a huge amount. And where has it gone? The wild mouse. So I've extended the wild mouse. So originally it was about 1,200 feet. I've extended that now, doubled the length. So that's satisfying the harder guest generation criteria as well. So what do we do then? When we came in, we had 2 really cool reverser roller coasters just here, Flashback 1 and 2. Very good excitement on both of them. Very impressed with those. A few other gentle rides, but we didn't have a lot of shops and we didn't have very good pathing around the park. So I spent the first year researching shops and putting down pathing. So I've connected. Originally, the only path by the entrance was coming straight down here. So these ones branching off to the side, I've added those. and they loop around. Let's turn off scenery and rides just to see them better. So they loop all around here and then back to there, and then this one over here then loops around and back to there. So what that does is it enables me, then it frees up a lot of the park for me to build on. It just makes it a lot easier in years 2 and 3. So all I have to do then is build rides. I am going to worry about pathing. So at the start of year 2, I started to notice that the guest numbers were plateauing, just as they are now. So that told me then that we had harder guest generation. So building funky go-karts like this didn't matter. It wasn't going to add any more extra guests. All I needed to do is I needed to build some longer roller coasters. Coasters over 600 meters, which is about 2,000 feet, and over 6 excitement. And once doing that, then that will start bringing the guests back into the park. So we added, first of all, it was the wooden coaster, just over here, black and white one. And then after that, then we added the Virginia reel and the mine train coaster. So the mine train coaster comes out of the station, very high chain lift into the first drop, nice airtime hill, turn around, nice bit of interactions with itself and the other coasters, and then some sweeping bends, then back, little underground section, and then back to the station via a few more twists and turns. The playing card area that was there to begin with. I think this park's quite reminiscent. I think is it Crumbly Woods, perhaps? Can't remember. It was very reminiscent of one of the original scenarios. That had a large area with the playing cards and the toadstools and all that as well. So what's the capacity on this? Not bad throughput, to be honest, considering how old it is. And it's on synchronized as well, so that'll lower the throughput a little. It's very good though. A lot of drops on it, so it's good to know that you can have that many drops on a coaster like this without the intensity being too high. I mean, it is high, but it's not too high. It's not over 10. It'd be interesting to know what effect the reverser section has. I know you need to have at least one, but this has got several on each track, so it'd be interesting to know what effect that has. Stu, we've completed it. Awesome. Cool. Not a bad scenario. The harder guest generation, it's not causing us any issues. I mean, if you didn't know how to get around it, like we didn't the first time we were playing scenarios like Seven Sands, that sort of thing, it would give you an issue. But now we know the tricks. We can beat these fairly easily. So I am Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.